Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be talking about soil or edaphic factors. Edaphic factors or soil. The uppermost layer of the Earth's crust is known as soil. It is a mixture of weathered mineral rock particles, organic matters, water, and air. Soil is biologically active matrix and the home of diverse organisms. The study of soil is known as pedology. The solid component of Earth is known as lithosphere. The layer lining the floor of the continents is known as granite layer, and the layer of rocks lining the floor of the ocean is known as basaltic layer. The crust is very complex in composition, and its surface is covered with soil that supports rich and highly diversified biotic communities. Soil is a mixture of organic and inorganic materials. Inorganic materials are the materials that are derived from parent materials by the process of withering. The withering of the parent rocks may occur through chemical factors or biological factors. It forms different types of soils. The first one is residual or sedimentary soil. These are mature soil lying immediately over the parent rock. The second type of soil is skeletal or immature soil. Immature soil are partly weathered. The third one is transported or secondary soil. It is transported by various agencies like rivers, glaciers, streams, landslide, water, sandstorms, standing water, ocean waves, etc. On the upper part of the soil, we can find litter. Litter is organic plant debris that has fallen recently to the ground. Below litter is duff. It is present below the fresh litter. The material derived from preceding litter with decay matter is known as duff. The third part is humus. It is present below the duff. It is amorphous black nutrient-rich soil that is produced by the process of humification. The fourth one is mineralization. The humus is completely decomposed into simple compounds like carbon dioxide, water, and mineral salts by the process of mineralization. The soil is found in many layers that are arranged during the formation of soil. These layers are called horizons, and the sequence of these horizons is known as soil profile. These layers can be easily differentiated by their size and color. However, the main layers are topsoil, subsoil, and parent rock. There are mainly 5 horizons: O, A, B, C, and R. O horizon is divided into 2 types, O1 and O2. O horizon is also known as organic horizon. The O1 region constitutes of fallen leaves and plant debris, whereas in the O2 region, the upper portion is partly decomposed, whereas the lower portion is completely decomposed. The A horizon is divided into 3 parts, A1, A2, and A3. A1 horizon. It is top substratum that is subjected to leaching and has highest organic matter. It is dark in color and rich in humus. It contains microflora, fauna, and fungi and many bacteria. A2 horizon. It is lighter in shade and has less humus and maximum leaching of silicates oxide of iron and aluminium. A3 horizon. It is the transition zone between A and B. It is darker in color. The B horizon is also divided into 3 parts, B1, B2, and B3. The B horizon is also known as subsoil. It has little organic matter and very few plant roots and microbiota. Iron and aluminium compounds are often accumulated in the subsoil or B horizon. Both A and B horizon are together known as true soil or solum. C horizon. It also contains parent rocks or parent materials of soil with very little or no organic components. The R horizon is the bedrock, which further forms parent rocks. Soil moisture or soil water. It is the water content that is found in the soil. It is divided into 3 types, Hollard, Cressard, and Eckhart. Hollard refers to the total water content of soil. Cressard refers to the water of soil that is easily available for soil. Eckhart refers to the strongly held water that is unavailable for plants. Based on the nature of interaction between soil particles and water molecules, soil water can be classified into the following types. Hygroscopic water. It is the water present as the thin film around soil particles and remain firmly attached. It is not utilized by plants, hence it is unavailable for plants. The second one is capillary water. It is the available water or water that is present in thin and narrow capillaries formed by the soil particles and widely utilized by plants. The water present in soil which can be utilized by the plants is called cresard or available water. The third one is gravitational water. It is the water that percolates deep into the soil due to the gravitational force of earth that constitutes groundwater. It is not available for plants. And the fourth one is chemically bound water. It is the water that is present in the form of hydrated oxides of iron, aluminium, silicon, etc. It is described as chemically bonded water and is not available for plants. Physiographic factors of soil. These are introduced by the structure and conformity and behavior of the Earth's surface by topographic features such as elevation and slopes by the geodynamic process such as silting and erosion. Mountain, valleys and hills result from the irregularities in the Earth's surfaces. The strong topographical reliefs tend to produce marked local climates and microclimates. It has been observed that in the northern hemisphere, north-facing slopes tend to be more adjusted to moist conditions than the south-facing ones at similar altitudes. Biotic factors of soil. Any activity of living organisms which may cause marked effects on vegetation in any way is referred to as biotic effect. The biotic factors of soil mainly include interactions between plants and animals as well as man. It usually includes grazing and browsing, role in pollination, dispersal of seeds, insects and carnivorous plants, miscellaneous effects, effects of human activities on vegetation. Soil patterns or soil types. The first type of soil is antisoils. These are soils with little or no morphological horizon development. It mainly includes breaches, sand dunes and floodplains. The second type of soil is inceptisoils. These are weakly developed soils. These are cosmopolitan in nature. It means these are found everywhere. The third type is vertisoils. These are clayey soils that smell when these are wet. These are usually found in parts of Texas and California and east of Alabama, Mississippi Delta region and northern Great Plains. The fourth type is molly soils. These are grassland soils that are found in Great Plains. The fifth type of soil is alphy soils. These are moderately leached and usually found in temperate forest and the east of Mississippi. The next is desert soils. These are also known as aridisols and these are found in deserts of southwest. The next type of soil is podosols. These are acidic, sandy forest soils usually found under conifers. It is found in northeast to Minnesota, Atlantic coastal plains in sandy areas. The next type of soils is altisols. These are acidic, strongly leached, older soils usually found in southeastern US. Oxysols. These are very withered soils of tropical and subtropical environment. It is found in Puerto Rico and Hawaii. The next type is histosols. It is organic soil and found in very wet areas. The next type is andisols. These are soils that are formed from volcanic ash. It is found in Pacific Northwest. Jelly soils are soils with permafrost. It is found in tundra and Alaska. If you liked my video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.